So what we are doing here is you need to understand how web pages are designed. Say web pages are designed by HTML concept and CSS. Okay, your web elements are designed by HTML internally. You take any web application, so that is designed by HTML code, and if it looking beautiful means applied CSS styles, cascade styles are applied there. So both will help us to appear on the UI pages. To see them, let's understand first what are all the web elements we have and what are the different category of web elements we have in the web pages. So let's understand. I'm not sure all are aware of these things, even the testing people also. I see there is no clear picture of what you call that element. I see many people. So if you are in testing, you should have a fair idea about what is that element, what action you will perform on that element. We should have a fair knowledge on that. So here is the web element theory and HTML concepts. So we should understand this concept before jumping into Selenium code. Without this topic, and Selenium is not easy. Okay, and here the web element types are, you have edit box, text box category. So in this edit box, text box category or input box, we call that, you will do type action, something entering data into that edit boxes. That is called edit box or text box. Let me show you. So let's go to directly that pages. You can take any website, right? It doesn't matter. I'll take demo. Yeah, this project you can take. See that? This is the edit box. So what you call this? This has a name, that is email. This is called email edit box. So how we are specifying, the name of the control is email. The control name is edit box or input box or text box, we call this. So that's the email edit box. First you tell the name of that object, then what type of element is that, what is the category of that element. So that I told you, edit box or text box category, these elements, right? So edit box, so text box category. Next, password edit box, like that you can write a search edit box. So many elements you can do that. Next one is, see, can you see here, login button. So the very clearly it will be a framed like this, background with some color, and on top of, below, in between that you have some name. So these all things are called button. Second category is button category. So what action you will do is a click action. So login button, sign up button, OK button, cancel button. So how we are pronouncing, you see that name first, then type of element, name of the element and category of the element, both you need to combine, then only you need to so pronounce like that. Login button, don't say login, login button. Which element you are referring, the element name plus the category of the element. So now here this is a button category, so that's why login is the name, button, login button. Next category of elements, are you clear about the buttons? Checkbox. So checkbox also you will do click action only, but it has a two states, checked state, unchecked state it will. So for that also we have few, this is the checkbox, small square type. So you can, if you click, it will check. Now the status of checkbox is checked checkbox, we call this. This name is remember me checkbox, remember me checkbox. If you uncheck, now this is unchecked. Two states, checked or unchecked status will be there, but both, how you will get those status? By clicking. By clicking only you will get that. So this is the few elements. Let's say still more elements are there. Radio button. So you might have seen radio button in many places, right? So you can see them in many places. Let me go to rediff.com. There you can find all the type of elements. So go to create account page. You can see radio button, small circle, that's called radio button. Male radio button, female radio button. The action you will do, click only. The action you will perform, click action only. So you can toggle between the radio buttons like this by clicking on that radio button. So that's a radio button category. Next we have, so another category of elements is list box or combo box. So combo box or list box, where you will get in the even Google suggestions, is a list box. See that? These are all the list of elements. Suggestions we call them. Suppose if I type something, I'll get that keyword related suggestions. These are all list of elements. These are all list of elements. You can see here, list of elements. These are a list of elements. Or otherwise, one more place we have. Let me take ZK demo combo box. I'm going to show you. It looks like a drop down, but it's not a drop down. I'll tell you the difference between drop down and combo boxes. So we should be aware of all this type of elements. Otherwise, it's a bit problem in the web pages. You all have here also all the type of elements. So button, checkbox, radio button. So these things you have here, you can check them also. Combo box. This is a simple combo box. So this is the combo box. So if you click on this, you'll get options. You can choose the options. You need to do a click action here in the combo box also. But drop down is not like that. So drop down is not this combo box design is different internally. Drop down design is different internally. So what is the difference? I'll show you that. So let's go to the next category of element is drop down. So this drop down is used to select an option from drop down. You can see here a lot of drop downs you have. Day drop down. See all this, the entire thing is a drop down. If you click on this, it will show all the options. See, these are all the options. Day, again month, another drop down, month drop down, year drop down, country drop down. See, all countries will list out. So these are all, we call them options. So drop down options, what we call them? Drop down options. So we call them drop down options. Drop down is different, drop down option is different. But inside the drop down only, drop down options will be there. That thing you catch it. But first drop down. Drop down is, what is this drop down name? Country drop down, city drop down. So the action you will do, selection you will do in the drop down, selecting a country, selecting an option basically. So you can choose this. So like this, these are the drop down category. And next one is links. So links will be in blue color in the web pages. You can see in bottom side, terms and conditions, privacy policy. It's in blue color, and your hand, cursor will change to hand icon. Those are all links we call this. This is a home link. It's changing to hand icon. See, if you put here, it is not changing to hand icon because this is a normal text that's coming again, static text we call this. These are all static text. This is all static text. So you cannot click this. But when you click a link, it will take you to other page. It will navigate to other page. That's the difference between a link text and normal text. Static text we call that. So that's a link. Images. You can see a lot of images. So this is also an image, right? So this is also image. You go to home, Rediff home, so many images, right? This is also image. So this is also image, all these are images. But this is the video, but these are all images. These are all images, but this is the video, right? So this is the how images will be and how they will be declared. Okay. And then we have static text. Static text is, so basically just a static in black color. It doesn't change. That's a static text. These are all links. See that when you mouse over, color also changing to blue color. These are all links. These are all links. So link is different, static text is different. Don't confuse, okay? So this is the static text. Static text. So and here also, you can see here on bottom side, by clicking on create my account, this is all static text on. This is all static text till here. So this is also static. So this is also static text. It doesn't change. You cannot do any action also on that. That is called static. So there is a header text. So header text basically, it will come headings. So headings will be there. Let me see heading. I think this is a heading. So how can you check that? It's a header text or a static text or link text. How can you confirm that? All three types of text we have. So the difference between this text and static text is H1 to H6 tags will be there. So this is the tag in the HTML. So how you got this? Just right click on that element, inspect. Then you will get a bottom side your HTML code, all your HTML tags. You will get that. So that is this HTML tags. Every element is designed by HTML tags. See H1 tag. So this is the start tag and this is the end tag. So start tag is enclosed in the angular braces and end tag is enclosed in the angular braces only, but tag name before you will get a forward slash. That's the difference between start tag and end tag. In between that you have your header text. This is the heading. Header text means a bigger text. This also nothing to do, just a heading for that page. So not for that page, for that particular section, this section only. Again, this one you see, you can check this one also. This is the header text or normal text. So this is not a welcome, please sign in. This is not a heading because there is no header text. This is normal text, static text. That's how we can differentiate header text, normal text and link text. Link text is something you can click and it will go to next page, navigate to other page. So it has a anchor tag, it will be there. So you can see here all links are going to have anchor tag. So let's say right click, inspect, you can have anchor tag. Can you see this? A tag we call it. So A tag, and then this is called attribute, href attribute, and anchor tag is ending. So the link name is this one. Start tag, he started here, ended here, but this is the end tag. So in between that your link name will be there. Your terms and conditions is the link name. See that? Terms and conditions link name you can see on the UI, right? Same you can see in the HTML also. If they write in the HTML, then only it will appear on the UI. If they are not writing with the HTML tags, otherwise it won't appear on the UI. So these are the elements you can see regularly in every web page. So not only a few pages. In a web page, these elements will repeat. Menus, logos, and labels. Labels means I told you, these are all labels. These are all labels. These are all labels. Labels. The name for that control. Name for that control is called labels. So this is a check availability button. So full name is the label. That's a labels means. Divisions. So division means so basically particular division is represented by div tag. I'll show you. Here is the table is there. You can see table tag. So this all treated as a one table. Table below, you have rows and columns. Then table body will be there. Table below, table body will be there. Table body, inside you have TR, rows. Rows, every row has a columns. This is the column. TD means column. So tag, TD tag. TD tag you have. Okay. So TD tag you have and TR tag. TR and TD tag both will be there. So this TR tag, and you can see here. See that every TR tag is a TD column. This is the column. TD means column, table definition. TR means table rows. Table rows. So like that, a table will be created. This and all treated as a one table. One table. So with the table tag. T body, table body. TR, table rows. TD, table column. So like this, you have every TD at, so TR is going to have columns. So that's a TR means table rows, TD means table definition or table columns we call them. And this is how TR tag and TD tag will be used. See that this TR is having TD tag. TD tag, inside you have links. See, so many A tags are there. If A tag is there, let's say anchor link. Anchor tag means it's a link. That is a representation for you. So how can you identify a link text, static text, header text? The differentiation, first of all, by seeing them, if it is a blue color and changing to hand icon, that's a link. By seeing, that's a initial identification. Still you want to confirm, go to HTML and see, right click on that element and see if that has a tag or a different tag. If A tag is there, that's a link. And A tag inside you have an attribute tag. This is the angular braces after one word or one letter, whatever is there, that's a tag, right? That's a tag. So that anchor tag will be there. So this anchor tag means is a link. So how can you get that link name? Anchor tag starting part, in between, and end part, end tag. End tag in between, the link name will. So that's the start tag, and end tag in between, link name will be there. Okay. Now, first of all, HTML also we need to understand a better way. So that also I'll explain. So this first, if you understand the HTML, then only can get these things. So HTML is hypertext markup language, and it is containing all the tags. So we call them tags. Tags are represented in HTML by angular braces. You will enclose in the angular braces. For that, better website is there, W3 Schools. Just go here and read HTML concepts. First, we don't need much, just first few topics. So what is HTML? How the HTMLs are created? So this is the HTML pages are created. Using HTML only web pages are created. Without HTML, web pages are not created. So developer must have knowledge on HTML. So because we are understanding the web page structure, that's why we also should have knowledge on HTML little bit. Not in detail how developer needs. We don't need. You should be able to identify the tags and attributes. That's the tags. Every tag represents the one element in the UI. And again, that element has a properties, right? Like identification of that property, name, class, type. So different attributes will be there: value, tab index, href, src, alt. These are all attributes we call them. So these attributes, some of them I listed out here, but many other attributes will be there. So these attributes you can use to recognize that element uniquely, because every element has some properties. That property is also called attributes. Like human has properties, right? So name, first name, last name, height, color. So city, date of birth. These are properties of a human. Same, every element has some properties. So those properties are called, like, uniquely, if you want to identify, by ID, name, class, type, value, tab index, and still different properties will be there. So we'll discuss them all one by one. I'll show you directly. But first of all, understand what is in HTML. HTML is hypertext markup language. It is used to create a web pages. It is used to create web pages. HTML stands for, so this hypertext markup language. So HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages. HTML describes the structure of web page. HTML consists of a series of elements, and HTML elements tell the browser how to display the content in the UI. And HTML element label pieces of content, such as this is heading, this is paragraph, this is a link. So all these elements label will be given in the HTML tags. A simple HTML document will like this. This is the HTML declaration with a angular braces. First, you will write this in your web page. When you open any web page, so first this declaration, HTML declaration, will be shown to you. Then the root tag is HTML tag. So how you are declaring a tag name? HTML is the tag name. So how you are declaring? In between angular braces. That's a HTML start tag. See HTML end tag here. So what is the difference between here? Start tag and end tag. What is the difference?
Colon. Backward slash.
Forward slash.
Forward slash.
So it's a forward slash. So end tag is having a forward slash before the tag name. That's the difference. All are something same like that. So basically tags come in pair. Start tag, end tag. Here also you can see next head tag. Head tag inside your page title will be there. See title tag started and ended here. This is the page title. Every page is a unique page title will be there. Every page. How can you recognize your page means based on the page title? Where you can see a page title, below head tag, the page title will be there. Just think, even human beings, how we can recognize? By seeing that their head, right? We can recognize. Same like this. Head below, you have a title tag. Based on the title tag, you can recognize that page. So title tag will be there. So start and end tag in between, the page title will be given. This is the very, very important for us. Please understand this structure. See, head tag will end. Next, body tag. So body means this entire body tag. Whatever the visible portion of the page is there, that will be represented in the body. So like human beings, see head to body. We have a human's head to body, right? By seeing head, you can recognize that person. In the body, all parts of the human beings will be there, right? In the body inside only. So that body inside, all the elements will be mentioned. Body inside only the web page elements. Whatever we discussed till now, that web page elements will be there. That's a HTML concepts. Then see body tag will end. Body tag ending after HTML is ending. That means that page is over. That's a HTML simple structure. So here it is clearly explained. The doc type HTML declaration defines this document is an HTML5 document. HTML tag element is the root element of HTML page. Element head tag is, so element contains meta information about the HTML page. Title element, title tag element specifies the title for the HTML page. So body tag element defines the document's body and is container for all visible contents such as headings, paragraphs, images, hyperlinks, tables, list, edit box, button, checkbox, radio button, drop downs, links, static text, header text, images, logos, videos, menus, whatever it is visible to you on the UI, that all will be available under body tag only. H1 tag defines the large heading, I told you. P tag represents the paragraph. You are writing some text that you can write with the paragraph tag. So what is an HTML element? An HTML element is defined by a start tag and some content, then an end tag will be there. So this is the one. Tag name. So this is the start tag, started with here, ending here. And then content goes here. Then your end tag will be like, looks like this. So H1, this is my first heading. This is the heading, header text. So P means a paragraph tag. So my first paragraph. So like this, you can write all your tags. So basically tags are represented in angular braces. That's an indication for you. Either one word or one letter will be there. See, paragraph, one letter. But H1 is the, so two letters, one word type. So other than that, then go here, just read an introduction, then jump to basics. See, every HTML, see HTML headings, H1 tag, H1 to H6 tags will be there. That's a heading. Then HTML paragraphs are represented by P tag. See, P tag. The text you want to write, in between that you will write. HTML links are represented by A tag, anchor tag. So the links are going to have href attribute. This is the attribute. So the tag name after, in the start tag inside, start tag after the attributes will be there. This is the href equal to the href value. So the left side equal to left side, this is called attribute, href attribute. And this is the, in double quotes, where double quotes started and ended, that entire thing is called value, href value. So this attribute we call them. Attribute syntax is attribute name equal to, within double quotes, attribute value. That's attribute value. So links, for links only this href attribute will be there. Only for links this href attribute will be there, not for any other links, not for any other elements. So HTML images are represented in HTML by img tag. Every image is going to have img tag. Every link is going to have a tag, and every a tag after href attribute must be there. So now this is the one. The image inside you have a src attribute. See, I told you tag name after the attributes will be there, src and src value. The another attribute alt value, width value, height value. So these are all src, alt, width, height. These are all properties or attributes we call them. For this image, these are all property. The property value, property value. So like this, they will define in the start tag only. Start tag only, they will define the attributes after the tag name. After the tag name, see that this is the tag name. Then attributes will start with the tag name equal as attribute equal to attribute value in double quotes. So how can you sell this attribute is ending here? See, double quote started, double quote is ended here. That's one attribute value. That is src value. Then see next attribute starting alt attribute. That value is double quote started, double quote is ended. In between that double quotes, whatever the value is there, that is the value of this alt. And same for width and this. Same for, you have seen, right, href. Href attribute value started here and ending here. So that's the href value. So this is all about HTML images. So to view HTML source, you can just right click and you can get that. So all these elements, tomorrow I'll show you. So all of the elements, what tags will be there, what are the attributes are there, I'll show you tomorrow. Then we'll go for the Selenium installation and other